There's a couple different types of panels. We have our two-tone panels and our solid color panels. The two-tone panels have a smooth end with no hinges all the way to the floor. On the other end of that panel, you have hinges on the top and hinges on the bottom down there. And then on the other type of two-tone panel, you have hinges on the top and the bottom to connect right there, and we'll show you how to do that. And on the other side of this two-tone panel, we have a deep rail, that goes all the way along to the bottom, and we're going to connect those to our solid tone panels. So we're going to start with connecting these two solid panels, then we're going to connect the two-tone panels to those for step one. The easiest way to connect the two solid tone panels is to lay them on the floor like Walt's doing. So we're going to start by laying them side by side, getting the grooves nice and tight all the way up. Then he's going to connect with a connector piece, and the key is to screw in all the feet all the way in, so when we stand it up, it's going to be equal level. Then you can adjust that. All he needs is a hammer and a screwdriver. So now we're connecting with the plastic piece that we put in your package. We're connecting right in. He just puts it in and hammers it through. He's using a flathead screwdriver to just tap it in. And this is step one. And he's gonna do that all the way up to the top. And now Walt's gonna grab another piece of plastic and a hammer with the same screwdriver. Some of these connectors have plastic on them. He's just peeling it off. We usually throw that right away. Let me see a close-up of you do this one. Just peel that plastic right off, and it gives you more visibility when you're putting it together. We usually trash those pieces. They could be left on for aesthetic value, but and here he is. We're just gonna do the same thing we did to the other side. Connect that plastic with a hammer all the way down. It's gonna be the same thing when we'll stand up and connect the other two panels. The same connector plastic, we're gonna connect the two-tone panel, the first two-tone with the deep rail, to the solid panel. So we just line it up, and if you could see in there, it's gonna get really close, and we're gonna put the piece of plastic strip right over. So I'm gonna hold this for Walt. He's gonna try and get it. Is it lined up? All right, so now he's gonna just push it in with his finger to get it kind of started. And then he's gonna hammer it in the same way with the hammer and the screwdriver. Just start it at the top. And he's just going straight down. Come over here. He's just gonna go straight down with the plastic. This is the plastic. And he's just hammering it straight in. And it's just going right in. And that's what's going to connect your first three panels. Solid panel, and the first two-tone panel that has your deep red. And that's the piece of plastic he's connecting right now. And this is a deep rail. you could just keep coming out of here with these two-tone panels, the same thing. You would connect a piece of plastic here once you set up your other your other solid panel here. So now that's all together. Shake it a little bit, Walt. Let them see how it's all connected now. We got that corner connected, these two connected. Now we're gonna connect our last one to make the wall. Now we have the hinges, and they go on both sides. That can be in a little bit more or something. We're just gonna connect these now by lining them up and throwing a pin in. Let me see the pin. Just gonna throw the 4 pins, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. So we're just gonna line them up. And remember, we put the feet all the way in to make this part a little easier. Once he gets it lined up, it's good to have a couple sets of hands. The pin just pushes right in. Boom, you wiggle a little bit, that pin is in there. Now he's gonna drop one in the bottom. And he pushed it in, yep. 2 pins in, and then you put one on the other side as well. Push the pin right in at the top. We wiggle the panel a little bit to get it in there. So the one's in at the top here. Puts one right in at the bottom. And it's in. Now we're gonna go ahead and set up this desk with the filer. The filer is gonna hold up this side with a bracket there, a small bracket in the crib. We're gonna start with an easy corner bracket. And we kind of put it at the height of the tone there. That's where the desktops were when we disassembled. They went right up to the tone. Now this is the other bracket. Has to come apart. That's where I got that head for too. It should help with that. You have a square ready? Alright. This is gonna take a square and a big Phillips, and we'll start with the Phillips, then we'll get the square in a minute. Just put the nut right back in there once you put the top on. Before you do that, take it apart and show that again, Walt, because that could be a little tricky. How you hooked it all in there, the first leg. We're gonna show that one more time. This particular bracket, which goes on the side where you have your filer and your small piece of desktop. You hook the first piece in, the bottom ledge, stand it up, hook the top piece in the ledge here, and put the screws that should have came right in those, right back in the big one in the middle, with the Phillip head. Then the 2 square head, longer, skinny ones go in the back. So he's gonna use the drill to tighten up the Phillips first, then we're gonna put a square head on to tighten up that bracket. That bracket's gonna hold up our desktop, the small piece of desktop, the large piece of desktop. And then the thing that's gonna hold up the other piece of the small desktop is the filer, the vertical filer on the end. Just drilling in the squares. And you see how it has the it's right up to the dark tone. That's why we put that other one up. That might need to come up one more. Just lift that. And that is case sensitive. This is for a right return L desk, so that one faces in. That would be different if it was on the other side of this wall. It would be facing the other way, but that one's in the corner. You have your big bracket. Now he's gonna put up the other L bracket right in the middle there. at the same height as that one, and you can kind of see, you gotta measure that. We kind of been doing it so he knows where to put it. I think it's one lower. All of these are at the same height. Alternate way to do this panel over here. We already connected it the same way with the plastic. We left this here holding up, it's the bracket, the same thing we just left off, holding up the desktop here. So we have that bracket, the corner bracket, the middle L bracket. Now he's gonna show us the other way to put this end on with these two brackets. You just hang them on there. These are how this really goes when you have a panel here. They just lift up once you connect, once you put the L desk back on top, which he's gonna do, and we just drill them up in. We're not gonna drill them, but that's how you do. You just lift them up like they just were. So as you can see, he's gonna set it up there, and it'll still stay with all the other brackets holding it, because it's gonna still have an L bracket, the corner bracket, and the other desk bracket. Try and line it up straight. He's gonna go right in there, set the L desk down. Alright. Spoke a little too soon, but see, that's still gonna hold up under there. Now one of these brackets fell. This desk is being held up by the corner bracket, this bracket, this bracket. And then you just push them up like that. You get up under there with your drill and your wood screws. Just push it up. That one and that one, and put a couple screws in each, and then that's it. Pretty easy to take these drawers out. You just press the little piece of plastic down on both sides and slide them out. And then that gives you more space to work with in here. You can take out the other one by pressing this down as well and doing the same thing he just did. Then you can get up under here to put your screw in some of those holes. They're pretty easy. Once you get them drilled in, just line it right back up. Slide them back in. Sometimes they can get a problem, but they go right back in. And that's it.